Get ready to discover true masterpieces of nature. Horses have always been symbols of freedom, elegance, and strength, but there are some horse breeds so incredible, so breathtaking, that they seem to have stepped out of a fairy tale. In this video, you'll see the 10 most beautiful horses in the world, animals with unique coats, imposing postures, and fascinating histories. These are truly beautiful horses that will make you say, wow, is that even real? So make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and join us on this journey through the most extraordinary horse breeds on the planet. Let's get started. Number 10, the Frisian Horse. If beauty in a horse could be defined by nobility and movement, it would be the Frisian horse. With a coat so black and shiny it looks polished, a long wavy mane, and a presence that commands respect. Each step is like a bow, as if the horse knows its royalty. The Frisian is not just a horse, it's a vision. The Frisian horse is a true gem from the Netherlands. This incredible breed carries a medieval legacy, literally. In the Middle Ages, they pulled the carriages of kings, queens, and nobles. They were symbols of status, power, and elegance. With their imposing presence and flawless appearance, Frisians dazzled in parades, tournaments, and royal processions. But despite their majestic looks, the Frisian is more than just beauty. It's strong, resilient, and incredibly gentle. Its calm temperament contrasts with its dramatic appearance, creating a rare combination: power with kindness, strength with softness. This makes the Frisian a versatile horse, ideal for everything from gala performances to classical dressage, leisure riding, and even animal-assisted therapy. Interestingly, this breed nearly went extinct in the 20th century. At one of the most critical points in its history, only 3 purebred stallions remained, almost marking the end of the lineage. But like a true hero from an epic saga, the Frisian was saved by passionate breeders. After World War II, dedicated conservation efforts, especially in Friesland in the north of the Netherlands, began to succeed. Today, the Frisian is not only a survivor, but a symbol of cultural rebirth and preservation. Its genetics are carefully monitored by one of the oldest registries in the world, the Frisian Stud Book FPS, founded in 1879. This ensures the purity of the breed and maintains high standards. Only horses with specific traits are accepted: solid black coats with no markings, expressive eyes, arched necks, high-stepping gaits, and a strong, well-muscled build. The Frisian's beauty is so striking that it's often chosen for movies, commercials, and royal ceremonies worldwide. But beyond its iconic look, what truly stuns people is the Frisian's movement. It has a naturally elevated and elastic gait that gives the impression of dancing on air at a gallop. With its mane flowing in the wind and its glistening black coat catching the light, the Frisian appears to float. It's commonly seen in equestrian shows, performing high school dressage movements like piaffe and passage with an ease that mesmerizes audiences. In terms of personality, the Frisian is balanced, obedient, and social. It forms bonds easily with its handlers and responds well to training, making it suitable for both beginners and experienced riders. Its sensitivity allows it to sense its rider's mood, turning the ride into an emotional experience, not just a physical one. There's something almost mystical about the aura of the Frisian. Maybe it's the contrast between its physical grandeur and its serene soul, or maybe it's the way it looks like it's stepped out of a Renaissance painting, one of those artworks where the horses are as noble as the knights themselves. Its gaze carries history, its body carries culture, and its movement carries art. Today, the Frisian also stands as a symbol of resilience. It teaches us that true beauty lies not just in appearance, but in the story that survives time, in the bonds it builds, and in the strength that endures even in the face of extinction. Its journey from near disappearance to global admiration is a reminder that value lies in essence, not numbers. The Frisian is gaining popularity outside Europe as well, with breeders and admirers in the United States, Canada, Brazil, and many other countries. Its use has expanded into various fields, including film, like A Knight's Tale, dressage shows, and international exhibitions. Wherever it goes, the Frisian draws attention and respect. Seeing a Frisian gallop in slow motion, with its mane flying like a black wave and its shimmering coat glowing under the sun, feels like watching a fantasy scene. It's no wonder many call it the dream horse, an animal that represents not only elegance, but the living history of a breed that refused to disappear. Without a doubt, a horse that is beautiful, awe-inspiring, and eternal. Number 9, the Marwari Horse. The curved elegance of India. Imagine a horse that, at first glance, seems to have stepped out of an ancient tale. one filled with kings, warriors, and legendary creatures. Its body is lean, muscles moving with lightness, and strength beneath a shimmering coat. But what truly stands out are its curved ears, which bend inward to form a pair of perfect crescent moons. This is no ordinary horse. This is the Marwari, also known as Mawan, one of the most exotic and revered horse breeds in the world. Royal origins and warrior blood, the Marwari horse comes from the state of Rajasthan in northwest India, a land of deserts, fortresses, and epic stories. Bred for centuries by the warrior Rajput caste, the Marwari was the faithful companion of soldiers, both in battle and in victory parades. They were not just war horses, they were symbols of honor, courage, and noble lineage. It's believed the breed originated from a mix of Arabian horses brought by traders and conquerors with native Indian horses. The result? A tough, fast horse highly adapted to the intense heat and harsh terrain of the Thar Desert. The famous ears. That touch nothing defines the Marwari more than its curved ears, a genetic trait unique to the breed. They are long, curve inward, and often touch at the tips. This isn't just aesthetic. Some believe it enhances the horse's hearing, making it extremely responsive to verbal commands and distant threats. This is why, in many cases, the Marwari could be guided purely by the rider's voice, something unheard of in most other breeds. This deep connection between human and animal made it a true extension of the warrior, the horse of kings. For centuries, the Marwari was treated as nobility in horse form. Kings and Maharajas adorned them with jewelry, silk fabrics, and richly decorated armor. In royal processions, the Marwari led the way, marching proudly, as if aware of its own worth. Its presence in ceremonies and festivals is still considered sacred today. Many believe the Marwari brings luck, spiritual protection, and ancestral strength. It's common to see them in traditional Indian weddings, carrying the groom like a true emperor, the bravery beyond beauty. In battle, the Marwari was trained to protect its rider at all costs. There are historical records of horses returning injured but saving their riders. Their bravery was so renowned that some bloodlines were kept secret, passed down only within royal families and warrior castes. The Marwari also has a unique ability. It can pivot nearly on its own axis, which is extremely useful in close combat and quick evasive maneuvers. Almost extinct, now protected. In the 20th century, especially during British colonization, the breed nearly went extinct. Colonial rulers preferred European breeds, and many Marwaris were discarded or ignored. But thanks to passionate breeders and members of the Indian aristocracy, the Marwari survived. Today, it's protected by laws restricting its export without official permission. Conservation programs have been launched to protect the breed's pure bloodlines, and there are now efforts to promote the Marwari as a cultural treasure of India. Surprising facts. The Marwari comes in various coat colors, but pure white specimens are considered sacred and were traditionally ridden only by royalty. A well-trained Marwari can recognize up to 50 different sound-based commands. Its gait is naturally smooth, making it perfect for long journeys across rough terrain. Some Marwaris are trained to dance at celebrations, responding to music and commands with graceful movements, a tradition seen in Indian cultural festivals. A presence that captivates. Seeing a Marwari up close is a hypnotic experience. It seems fully aware of its historical importance. Its movement is fluid, proud, almost theatrical. It doesn't just walk, it parades, like a being carrying centuries of glory and spirituality. Its image has been portrayed in paintings, films, books, and sculptures. And to those who know it, there's no doubt the Marwari is not just a horse, it's a living legend. Number 8, Lipitzen Horse. The dance of nobility in horse form. Have you ever seen a horse dance? We're not talking about a rhythmic trot or a casual jump. We're talking about a performance choreographed with precision, lightness, and a grace that resembles the movements of a classical ballet dancer. If there is a horse capable of moving audiences with pure elegance and discipline, that horse is the Lipitzen, the living jewel of classical equitation. An imperial origin. The history of the Lipitzen horse begins in the 16th century, more precisely in 1580, when Archduke Charles II of Austria founded an imperial stud farm in the village of Lipica in present-day Slovenia. It was there that the first horses of the breed were bred to serve the House of Habsburg, one of the most powerful families in Europe. To create a noble, strong, and elegant horse worthy of serving in imperial courts and military forces, breeders crossed Andalusians, Arabians, Neapolitans, and Berbers. The result? A horse with a robust structure, upright posture, proud expression, and refined fine movements as if born to parade before kings. The magic of color from dark to white. One of the most fascinating transformations of the Lipitzen happens over time. They are born with black, brown, or dark gray coats. But as the years pass, most become white or light gray, as if maturity reveals their true form. This color change is gradual and symbolic. Many who follow a Lipitzen foal from birth see it almost as a rite of passage, a transition from youth to nobility. Although rare, some Lipitzens remain dark their whole lives and are considered lucky in some cultures. The Spanish riding school, the Lipitzen, became world famous thanks to the Spanish riding school, located in Vienna, Austria, one of the oldest institutions in the world dedicated to the art of classical horsemanship. There, horses train for 6 to 8 years to master techniques such as piaffe, trotting in place, passage, elevated rhythmic trot, levade, when the horse rises almost vertically on its hind legs, capriole, a jump where the horse kicks the air with its hind legs at the highest point. These movements are not mere aesthetic tricks. Many come from war maneuvers and have been refined into art. The trainers also undergo rigorous training, often starting as teenagers. The bond between horse and rider is built with patience, respect, and subtle, almost telepathic communication. Noble and intelligent temperament beyond beauty and athletic ability, the Lipitzen is known for its balanced temperament and exceptional intelligence. It learns quickly, responds well to delicate commands, and has remarkable memory. This makes it an excellent partner not only for performances, but also for lessons, therapy, and coexistence with humans of various profiles. Despite its imposing appearance, it is a gentle, loyal, and confident horse. Some describe it as having an artist's soul, and that's no exaggeration. Little known facts: they were almost extinct during World War II. In 1945, US soldiers led Operation Cowboy to rescue hundreds of Lipitzens at risk of being killed by enemy troops. General Patton himself took part in the operation. Only stallions perform at the Spanish riding school in Vienna. While mares are essential for breeding, formal performances are exclusively by males. The Lipitzen is the national horse of Slovenia and also holds strong cultural significance in Austria and Croatia. The breed lives a long time. It's common to see Lipitzens active and in good shape at 25 or even 30 years old. A cultural heritage of humanity. In 2010, UNESCO recognized the tradition of the Spanish riding school of Vienna as intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This not only celebrates the role of the Lipitzen, but also highlights the value of the human-horse relationship, respect for tradition, and animal welfare. Many breeders worldwide maintain pure bloodlines and follow strict breeding and training protocols to uphold the standard of excellence the Lipitzen has represented for centuries. More than a horse, a living icon, the Lipitzen is not just a beautiful horse. It is a living representation of history, culture, art, and the bond between humans and animals. Every step it takes during performances is the result of centuries of care, evolution, and respect for a tradition that has survived wars, empires, and revolutions. If a horse were music, the Lipitzen would be Beethoven in trot form. If it were dance, it would be the Bolshoi ballet with hooves. Number 7. Arabian Horse. The Arabian horse is more than just a beautiful horse. It's a living legend, one of the oldest horse breeds in the world. The Arabian has a hypnotic presence. Its small head, expressive eyes, and tail held high like a flag make it unmistakable. But what makes this beautiful horse so special goes beyond appearance. It is incredibly intelligent, gentle, and loyal. Arabians have a strong connection with their owners, obey easily, and excel both in racing and presentations. For centuries, this amazing horse was bred by Bedouins under the harsh desert conditions, developing incredible endurance and natural elegance. Riding an Arabian horse is like riding a piece of history. A story of beauty, strength, and trust. A beautiful horse that even after millennia continues to captivate the entire world. And hold on, that's not all. We're already halfway through our list, and the most beautiful horses in the world will still surprise you greatly. Number 6. Nabstropper Horse Nature's Spotted Masterpiece. Have you ever imagined a horse that looks as if it were hand-painted by a modern artist? An animal with such a surreal appearance, it seems like it stepped out of a psychedelic fairy tale or an expressionist painting. Meet the Nabstropper, the horse that proves nature also has moments of creative genius. With its spotted coat reminiscent of a Dalmatian, or even a Jackson Pollock canvas, the Nabstropper is not just beautiful, it's unforgettable, and while its look makes an immediate impact, there is much more behind this breed that combines exotic beauty with above average intelligence and a temperament that wins anyone over. a royal and mysterious origin. The history of the Nabstropper begins around 1812 in Denmark, when a spotted Spanish horse was bought by a butcher and later acquired by the noble Knabstrup family. This is the breed's namesake. This unusually looking horse impressed for both its strength and beauty, and was soon crossed with Danish horses to fix these unique traits. What emerged was a strong, beautiful, and intelligent animal quickly associated with European nobility and frequently used in formal events, royal parades, and ceremonial rides. A coat like no other. What makes the Nabstropper absolutely iconic is its spotted coat, which can vary greatly from horse to horse. Several registered patterns include leopard, the most famous, a white body sprinkled with black spots, classic Dalmatian look, blanket, white body with spots localized on the back and flanks, fuse spot, almost entirely white with only a few visible spots, snowflake, white spots on a dark background resembling snowflakes. Each Nabstropper is unique, as if individually painted by an artist. No two are exactly alike. This makes them even more special and coveted. Stage personality, intelligent, playful, showy. The stunning appearance of the Nabstropper would be enough to guarantee its place in the Equine Hall of Fame, but it goes beyond that. The breed is extremely intelligent and docile, with a curious and affectionate temperament. This led many Nabstroppers to be used in European circuses in the 19th century, where they learned to perform acrobatics, tricks with music, choreographed jumps, and even interact with the audience. They learn easily, think quickly, and are naturally confident. A perfect combination for public performances, classical dressage, and even therapeutic riding. Versatility that impresses the Nabstropper is not just a pretty face, it's a true all-around horse, used successfully in dressage, thanks to its intelligence and ability to learn complex movements, jumping and equestrian events, with an athletic body and good endurance. Light draft work, as its strength makes it useful for rural activities. Riding for children and beginners, due to its calm and predictable personality. Cinema and photography. For obvious reasons, they are exceptionally photogenic. Additionally, many Nabstroppers are crossed with breeds like Appaloosas and Warmbloods, expanding their sports performance spectrum without losing visual charm. A rare and valuable horse today, the Nabstropper is considered a rare breed. Although spread across countries like Germany, Sweden, the USA, and Australia, pure specimens are still hard to find. This has increased their prestige and value on the international equine market. Their registration is carefully monitored by specific associations, such as the Knabstropper Foreningen for Denmark, which aims to preserve the breed's purity and promote its attributes worldwide. Fascinating curiosities, Nabstropper foals are usually born dark, and the spotted patterns appear over time. They share the leopard complex gene with Appaloosas, though the breeds have separate origins. Some Nabstroppers have blue or partially blue eyes, adding even more mystery to their look. Despite their exuberant appearance, they are extremely heat resistant, making them ideal even for warm climates. A horse that seems unreal. Seeing a Nabstropper live is a magical experience. The contrast of the coat, the lively eyes, the calm yet alert demeanor. It's as if you're facing a creature from a dream, or a painting that escaped its frame. It's no wonder many artists, photographers, and stylists use it as inspiration for visual works. They are not only part of European equestrian culture, but have become icons of originality and prestige, reminding us that beauty can and should come in unexpected forms. Number 5. Fjord Horse, straight from Norway. The Fjord Horse looks like it stepped out of a Viking legend with its compact body, strong neck, and a two-tone mane cut into a crest shape. This beautiful horse combines strength and charm like few others. It is neither as large as a typical horse nor as small as a pony. It's right in the middle, and that's what makes it unique. This incredible horse breed is one of the oldest in Europe, used for centuries to pull sleds, work on farms, and carry warriors through frozen terrains. Despite its robust appearance, the Fjord Horse is super gentle, intelligent, and learns easily. Its coat in light shades, ranging from beige to silvery gray, gives it an almost celestial look. And when you see such a beautiful horse walking through the snow or Norwegian fields, it looks like a living painting. It is the typical impressive horse, resilient, friendly, and with a look that conquers everyone. Number 4. Appaloosa Horse. If the horse world had an artist, it would be the Appaloosa. This beautiful horse was born to draw attention. With its spotted coats that look hand-painted, it is a true explosion of nature's creativity. This American horse breed has unique patterns that never repeat. Every Appaloosa is one of a kind, like a living work of art. It proves that beauty can also be unpredictable. The Appaloosa horse has deep roots in the Native American history of the United States. It was carefully and purposefully developed by the Nez Perce tribe, pronounced Nez Perce, known for being excellent horsemen and breeders. They selected horses not only for their exotic colors, but also for endurance, temperament, and skill. The result was a versatile, strong, reliable, and at the same time extraordinarily beautiful horse. Appaloosa coats are a spectacle on their own. There are several patterns such as leopard, dark spots on a light background, blanket, a light blanket over the rump with dark spots, snowflake, light spots on a dark body, among others. Additionally, these horses often have distinct features like white around the eyes, resembling human eyes, striped hooves, and mottled skin, mainly on the muzzle and genital area. These details make them unmistakable, but don't be fooled into thinking the Appaloosa is just about looks. This breed is also admired for its intelligence, endurance, and adaptability. It is extremely agile, making it excellent for sports like endurance riding, jumping, rodeo, barrel racing, roping, and speed events. It also shines in calmer activities such as trail riding, farm work, and even animal-assisted therapies. It adapts well to different terrains, but prefers open areas where it can run freely, showing its natural grace. The history of the Appaloosa includes chapters of struggle and resilience. During the 19th century, with American territorial expansion and conflicts between Native Americans and the US government, the Nez Perce tribe was forced to abandon their lands and, consequently, their horses. Many Appaloosas were killed, dispersed, or crossbred with other breeds. The lineage nearly vanished. It was only in the 20th century that serious efforts to recover the breed began, with the official registration of the Appaloosa Horse Club, founded in 1938 in the United States. Today, thanks to passionate breeders' dedication, the Appaloosa not only survived, but flourished. It is one of the most popular breeds in North America, and has fans worldwide. Its popularity comes not only from its striking appearance, but also from its reliability, friendly temperament, and versatility. It's the kind of horse that can take you on a mountain trail by day and shine in a competition ring by night. The relationship between Appaloosas and their owners tends to be very close. They are sensitive horses who enjoy interaction and learn easily. Known for being curious, attentive, and expressive, they often show emotions through their eyes and body language. This leads to strong bonds with humans, making them excellent partners for both beginners and experienced riders. In equestrian sports, the Appaloosa has gained prominence in Western disciplines like Western pleasure, trail horse, and reining. They are also used in classical dressage and work events. And of course, their exotic look guarantees roles in movies, commercials, and artistic performances. When an Appaloosa enters the scene, no one can ignore it. But perhaps what fascinates most about the Appaloosa is its symbolism. It represents freedom, diversity, culture, and identity. Its connection with Native American peoples makes it a living emblem of resilience, ancestral wisdom, and connection to the land. Riding an Appaloosa is, in a sense, writing history, a story that survived time, war, and persecution, and continues alive in every gallop. An Appaloosa in motion looks like a moving painting. The spots blend with the wind, muscles work in harmony, and the eyes shine with a mix of curiosity and bravery. It's hard not to fall in love with such an animal. It doesn't need golden saddles or accessories to shine. It already is art, undoubtedly a true icon among the world's most beautiful horses. Number 3, Brumy Horse. Now imagine a beautiful horse running free across vast Australian plains, mane flowing in the wind with an untamable spirit. This is the Brumy Horse, a wild, free, and absolutely fascinating breed. Unlike other domesticated horse breeds, Brumbies live freely in the wild, forming herds and following their own rhythm. But despite that, when domesticated, these amazing horses are affectionate, intelligent, and form deep bonds with humans. Many are used as support animals for children due to their sensitivity and gentleness. It's a rare mix, a beautiful wild horse with a pure, empathetic heart. Its rustic appearance combined with its welcoming personality makes the Brumy a symbol of freedom and natural beauty. An impressive horse that proves sometimes the most beautiful is what still lives free. Brumbies originate from Australia, and their name is shrouded in mystery. It is believed the term comes from James Brumby, a British soldier who left horses free when he moved to Tasmania in the 19th century. These animals multiplied and adapted to the harsh and vast interior of Australia, becoming true survivors. They live in mountainous regions, semi-arid areas, and forests where they face extreme temperatures, water scarcity, and natural predators. This story of resilience gave the Brumby an almost mythical status in Australian culture. They are often depicted in paintings, poetry, and films, such as The Man from Snowy River, where their presence represents the country's indomitable spirit. These horses don't follow orders, they follow the wind. Their beauty lies precisely in what cannot be captured, in what escapes control. Physically, Brumbies show great diversity. This is because they descend from several breeds brought by colonizers, such as the thoroughbred, Arabian, and even Andalusian. So you can find Brumbies with different heights, colors, and body conformations. What unites them, however, is strength, ruggedness, and the ability to survive on little. They are muscular, agile, and have a natural elegance that doesn't depend on training or tack. Despite their cultural value, Brumbies face controversies. Considered an invasive species in some parts of Australia, population control policies include relocation and drastic removal of entire herds. Environmentalists warn that the excessive number of wild horses may harm fragile ecosystems. On the other hand, Brumby advocates fight to protect these animals, arguing they are part of Australian identity and deserve respect and preservation. What few know is that many rehabilitation and adoption projects have successfully found new homes for rescued Brumbies. With patience and care, these horses transform into loyal companions, used for equine therapy, leisure, or even equestrian sports. Their intelligence and sensitivity allow them to form deep connections with their caretakers. It's as if, despite coming from total freedom, they recognize genuine affection and repay it with silent gratitude. Watching a Brumby galloping at sunset is witnessing something almost sacred. The way its hooves strike the ground firmly yet lightly, how its dark eyes reflect curiosity and awareness. All this evokes the idea of an ancient ancestral spirit that carries the memory of the land in every cell. It's not just a horse, it's a poem in motion. The Brumby teaches us about balance, about the importance of freedom, but also about the beauty of connection. It reminds us that even what seems untamable can choose to trust, and that trust, once earned, is worth more than any reign. In an increasingly fast-paced world where everything is measured by productivity and control, the Brumby is a living reminder that there is value in simply being, in running for the sake of running, in existing for the sake of existing. For all these reasons, the Brumby holds its place not only as one of the most beautiful horses in the world, but as a symbol of what nature has most pure and resilient. It reflects the Australian land, strong, unpredictable, and absolutely stunning. Number 2. Oldenberg, the aristocrat of the equine world. If there were royalty among horses, the Oldenberg would be at the top of the nobility. Its proud posture, fluid movement, and refined temperament make it much more than a beautiful horse. It is the embodiment of elegance and disciplined strength. Since its emergence in Germany, the Oldenberg has been synonymous with excellence, admired not only by breeders and professional riders, but by anyone who sees it in action. It does not go unnoticed, it cannot. Nature did not create it for that. A prestigious history dating back to the 10th century. The origin of the Oldenberg dates back to the 10th century in the Oldenburg region in northwest Germany. At that time, horses were used for heavy agriculture and transportation. However, over the centuries, especially between the 17th and 18th centuries, breeders in the region began crossing local horses with Spanish, Neapolitan, and Oriental breeds, aiming to create a more refined, elegant horse suitable for nobility. The greatest promoter of the breed was Count Anton Gunther of Oldenburg, who recognized the potential to develop exceptional horses and invested heavily in selective breeding. The result was a strong but graceful horse, capable of pulling royal carriages with dignity and lightness, quickly becoming a symbol of power, luxury, and aristocratic prestige. The transition from carriage horse to Olympic athlete over time, especially in the 20th century, the horse's role changed radically. The Oldenburg ceased to be an elegant draft horse and became a modern athlete, perfect for equestrian sports such as dressage, show jumping, eventing. To achieve this, new genetic selection was made by introducing bloodlines from breeds like Hanoverian, Thoroughbred, and Trakehner. The result is the Oldenburg we know today, a high-performance sport horse that still carries the nobility of its origins. A sculpted body, a gentleman's mind physically, the Oldenburg impresses. Height between 1.65 mere and 1.75 mere at the withers. Strong bone structure with long, well-proportioned limbs. Broad chest, firm back, and developed muscles. Arched neck and expressive head with lively, attentive eyes. But what stands out most is how it moves. Fluidly, lightly, with an impulsion that seems to defy gravity. Every step, gallop, or trot is executed with precision, as if in a silent choreography with the rider, and its mind matches its body. The Oldenburg is intelligent, calm, receptive, and focused. Its cooperative nature makes it easy to train, even for beginners, though its peak performance is achieved with experienced riders. Interesting facts and notable points. The Oldenburg is one of the most popular warm-blood breeds worldwide, known for combining the strength of draft horses with the agility of light horses. The breed has one of the most open breeding policies in Europe, accepting lineages from other breeds that meet strict performance and morphology criteria. Many Olympic champions in jumping and dressage are Oldenburgs or descend from Oldenburg lines. There is a rigorous stud book controlled by the Oldenburger Pferdezuchtverband Association, which guarantees the breed's purity and quality. The breed's symbol is an O with a crown in the center, a direct allusion to its aristocratic origin. Nobility is in the details. The Oldenburg is the kind of horse that, upon entering the arena, makes everyone stop and watch. It does not shout for attention. It naturally attracts it, like an aristocrat who learned early to walk with head held high and chest open. Its presence is not arrogant, it is respectable, and although it has changed greatly since the days of golden carriages, the Oldenburg keeps alive the spirit of nobility that created it, a mix of discipline, power, kindness, and art. More than a breed, an experience. Watching an Oldenburg in action is witnessing a silent conversation between horse and rider, where movements seem effortless, with mutual confidence and unparalleled elegance. If the horse world were a gala ball, the Oldenburg would not just be present, it would be the host. Number 1. Shetland Pony. At the top of our list is a giant in miniature form. The Shetland Pony may be small in size, but immense in charisma and beauty. Originating from the Shetland Islands in the United Kingdom, this beautiful horse wins everyone over with its thick coat, fluffy mane, and expressive eyes. But be warned, despite its cuteness, it is much more than a pretty face. The Shetland is an intelligent, playful, and extremely sociable breed, especially with children. Its compact and sturdy build makes it ideal for light tasks, and it is often seen at fairs, shows, and even therapy sessions. It is impressive for its sweetness and the emotional connection it creates with people, a true ambassador of tenderness in the equine world. So which of these beautiful horses stole your heart? Each breed here has its own story, charm, and unique beauty. Whether wild like the Brumy, noble like the Oldenburg, or charming like the Shetland, one thing is certain, all are incredible horses that make us admire nature even more. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Also, check out other interesting videos appearing right now on your screen, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.